Welcome to the presentation of the top 25 most powerful women in journalism, Nigeria edition, brought to you by Women in Journalism Africa. Thank you for joining us tonight. I am Veronica Dan Ikboy. Now for some background. Women in Journalism Africa is the annual gathering of women working in the field of journalism and media across Africa. The first Women in Journalism conference held in 2014 at the Civic Center in Lagos, with the CEO of Thomson Reuters Foundation, Monique Villa, as the keynote. Since then, notable speeches have been delivered at subsequent conferences by Rhodes University's Professor Anthea Garman, Courage in Journalism winner ANYANWU, and award-winning international journalist Anna Cunningham. Women in Journalism Africa has also seen extensive collaboration with the Nigeria Association of Women Journalists, that's NAWOJ, the Nigerian Institute of Journalism, NIJ, UNESCO, the School of Media and Communication at the Pan-Atlantic University, and the Mass Communication Department of the University of Lagos. This year, Women in Journalism Africa worked with a team of industry leaders and practitioners to rank the 25 most powerful women in the media, particularly journalism. It measured the most powerful woman journalists in the 4 criteria: the size and effectiveness of her influence in national affairs, her influence in the media industry, her experience and the arc of her career, and finally, her social and cultural influence. So then let's get to it. I present Nigeria's 25 most powerful women in journalism. Now, this ranking is from number 25 to number 1. At 25 is Angela Emuwa. Angela Emuwa is the chairperson of Nigeria's most widely read newspaper, The Punch. 50 years after its establishment, The Punch continues to speak truth to power and commands an intimidating media presence that cannot be silenced. At number 24 is Adedoja Allen. Doja Allen is the managing director of CT 105.1 FM. For someone without a journalism background, Ms. Allen's deep financial acumen and insight has stood her out in an extremely competitive industry. At number 23 is Rona J. Meyer. Rona Meyer is the first Nigerian journalist to be nominated for an International Emmy Award for her work, Sweet Sweet Skadeen, a 2018 documentary on drug abuse for BBC Africa Eye. At number 22, we have KIKI MORDI. KIKI MORDI's Sex for Grade report for the BBC is easily one of the top 3 biggest news stories out of Nigeria last year, with impact still reverberating across the academic world today. At number 21, we have Stephanie BUSARI. Stephanie BUSARI is notable for exclusively obtaining the proof of live video for the missing Chibok schoolgirls, which led to negotiations with Boko Haram that resulted in the release of over 100 of the kidnapped schoolgirls. She was part of the team that won a Peabody Award for CNN's coverage of the girls. At number 20, we have Eugenia Abu. Eugenia Abu retired from the Nigeria Television Authority, that's NTA, after 35 years. Today, she is a prolific columnist in 2 leading dailies and runs the Eugenia Abu Media Center in Abuja. At number 19, we have Adesua Oyenokwe. Adesua Oyenokwe is a television personality and publisher of TW Magazine. She has been in journalism for 35 years and hosts high-level panel discussions seeking to address issues affecting women in the workplace and gender equality. At number 18 is MORAYO AFOLABI Brown. Your View on TVC was created 7 years ago by MORAYO AFOLABI Brown, who was until last year Director of Programs at TVC Communications in Lagos. MORAYO commands a daily audience of around 2 million viewers. At number 17, we have Linda Ikeji. Now, Linda Ikeji has never referred to herself as a journalist. However, she has a looming presence in the media industry which cannot be ignored. At number 16 is Uche Pedro. Uche Pedro is the founder of Bella Naija, Nigeria's #1 blogging platform. Her business model is the subject of study for several legacy media organizations. Coming in at 15 is Ifeyiwa Omowale. Ifeyiwa Omowale is the president of the Nigeria Association of Women Journalists. With an active membership of more than 5,000 women, she is very vocal about the rights and welfare of women journalists and has been at the forefront of conversations about better working conditions and fair wages. Next, we have Maokwe Ogun Yusuf. Tough, but fair. Maokwe Ogun Yusuf is one of the most recognizable faces on Nigerian television. She is a formidable interviewer at number 14. At number 13 is Toyosi Ogunsheye. Toyosi Ogunsheye is one of the most extraordinary young female journalists in Nigeria. The Leicester PhD is head BBC West Africa. Ms. Ogunsheye sits on the board of the World's Editors Forum as Vice President. At number 12, Ms. Ruth Osime. Ruth Osime is the long-standing editor of This Day's Style and the gateway between politicians and captains of industry and the public they are trying to reach. At number 11 is Toun Okewale Shonaya. Toun Okewale Shonaya is the founder of Nigeria's only radio station focused on women, WFM Lagos and Abuja. At number 10, Dr. Tosin Dokbesi. She is the managing director of AIT, the station only second in size to the Nigerian Television Authority (NTA), with a sprawling operation reaching 36 states. At number 9 is Funke Egbemode. Funke Egbemode is the managing director of the New Telegraph. She was re-elected president of the all-powerful Nigeria Guild of Editors in 2019 and has a career spanning 30 years. At number 8 is Mo Abudu. The Forbes Power Woman, media mogul, and studio executive stands as a beacon of African media accomplishment around the world. At number 7 is Lady Maiden IBRU. Lady Maiden IBRU, MFR, is the chairman and publisher of the iconic Guardian newspaper. At age 70, Lady IBRU has received several honors around the world and continues to nurture the conscience of the nation. She is one of the most powerful women in journalism today at number 7. At number 6 is Stella Dean Jacobs. Stella Dean Jacobs is the only one of a handful few women news directors in Nigeria. She is the news director at TVC News with correspondents in more than 30 states. She supervised arguably the most extensive election coverage in the history of Nigeria in 2019. At number 5 is Bilkisu LABARAN. She joined the BBC in 1992 and is today a leading expert in African and Nigerian affairs. Ms. LABARAN is a woman of many firsts, including first BBC Nigeria editor and first Nigeria country director for the BBC World Service. She established BBC Pidgin, BBC Yoruba, and BBC Igbo as part of the biggest BBC expansion since the 1940s. Highly respected around the globe, Bilkisu LABARAN is at number 5. At number 4 is Olushola T. Momo. Mrs. Olushola Momo is undoubtedly one of the most powerful women journalists in Nigeria at number 4. Part of the fabric and foundation of Channels Television, the 40-year journalism veteran is credited with directly helping to grow Channels Television to becoming a news juggernaut with bureaus in Johannesburg, Dubai, London, and Washington, D.C. Momo serves as vice chairman of Channels Media Group. Her leadership has brought several awards to Channels Television, including winning NMMA's Best TV Station Award for a record 13 times. At number 3 is Christiana ANYANWU. Chris ANYANWU, MFR, won the IWMF Courage in Journalism Award, UNESCO Guillermo Cano World Press Freedom Prize, and the CPJ International Press Freedom Award while imprisoned by General Sani Abacha at a time when it was extremely dangerous to practice journalism in Nigeria. Today, she is the founder and chairperson of Hot FM Abuja, Hot FM Lagos, and Hot FM Asaba. At 68, the no-nonsense journalist, media chief, is one of the most powerful icons for women in journalism across the world. Now in the second position is Kadaria Ahmed. Kadaria Ahmed's distinguished journalism career is enough to earn her a spot in the list of most powerful women journalists. But her hard-hitting questioning during the nationally televised presidential election town hall in 2019 is what has catapulted her among Nigeria's most powerful women journalists at number 2. With an MA from Goldsmiths, she was a senior producer at the BBC and the editor of Next. Offline and online, Kadaria is tough and continues to advance conversations around nation building, good governance, and good journalism. And finally, the most powerful woman journalist in Nigeria is, drum rolls please, Ijeoma Nwogugu. Ijeoma Nwogugu is the managing director of Arise TV. Through her weekly column in This Day and as an editor of the paper, she has helped shape national policy and has provided often sharp criticism of government since the days of former President Olusegun Obasanjo. She's highly cerebral and resolutely holds the government of the day accountable. Ms. Nwogugu brings to journalism a wealth of experience across private and public sectors. She held a track record of editing all 3 titles under This Day's stable for the longest unbroken period of 11 years, and is the second woman in the history of Nigerian journalism to be appointed editor of a national newspaper, the first being Dr. Doyinsola Abiola of Concord. Based on her national and industry credence, the trajectory of her career, all-round professionalism, Ijeoma Nwogugu is the most powerful woman journalist in Nigeria today. Thank you once again for joining us tonight, and congratulations to the top 25 women journalists. It has been an honor reading out truly sharp profiles on you tonight. Please tag them if you can find them on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. I'm Veronica Dan Ikboy. Bye-bye.